For more on the president-elect's response to today's confirmation hearings, we turn to CBS News political reporter Olivia Rinaldi with the Trump team in West Palm Beach, Florida. So, Olivia, how closely is Trump watching these confirmation hearings, and do we know yet how he thinks Hegseth did today?
Yeah, good to be with you, Lindsay. We know Trump was watching these hearings very closely today. Early this morning, we heard from him on Truth Social, wishing Hegseth good luck and saying that he has his total support. We're starting to see some reaction trickle out from Trump allies and advisors so far through social media posts on X about how they felt Hegseth did today. By and large, people, the reactions were very positive. Some people, even Charlie Kirk, saying that they like Hegseth even more now that they've watched him on Capitol Hill kind of battling it out with some of these Democratic senators. So it seems that he has the support of the MAGA base of Trump, especially after this morning. But quite notable that some of those allies are already saying that.
But we wouldn't expect Charlie Kirk to say anything that wouldn't be favorable to one of Trump's picks, right? I mean, this isn't necessarily something that would come as a surprise. The president-elect has said that senators who oppose his cabinet picks could get primaried if they're unreasonable. How is that playing out behind the scenes?
Well, you just heard my colleague Torian talk about Joni Ernst as someone who has been non-committal in supporting Hegseth, someone who herself was even considered perhaps for the role of Secretary of Defense and has been serving on the Armed Services Committee for a long time. You heard her questioning him there on issues related to sexual assault in the military, something we have covered very closely and something that she raised concerns about as far as his handling if he were to lead the Pentagon. He also mentioned Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, both Republicans that would need to be lockstep with Republicans to make sure that Hegseth were to get through. So it's still uncertain how some of the numbers are going to play out here. A lot of people waiting to see what this hearing brought, to see whether or not they'd be supporting Hegseth. So conversations happening there. We know from allies and advisors close to Trump that he said he's been making phone calls to people in the Senate where he feels he needs to in order to make sure that his nomination for Hegseth goes through.
Obviously, Olivia, this is happening as we are all watching the devastation happening in California. And Trump has repeatedly called for California Governor Gavin Newsom to, quote, release the water following the deadly wildfires. How does the president-elect have any plans to visit the area?
Well, we've heard from officials in California that they've been in contact with at least LA Mayor Karen Bass about potentially visiting. We've heard reports that he could go as soon as next week, and Trump himself said he'd be interested in going. He had visited previously when he was president back in 2018 and toured some of the fire devastation with Governor Gavin Newsom. So something that could potentially happen again as Trump continues to pound on LA officials, California officials about their handling of the wildfires out there.
Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much.